Hi everybody, this is Jim Rose with NorCal Slot Car Scene. As you know, tires are the single most important factor that determines whether or not your slot car will be fast or slow. When I started racing on wood tracks without magnets, NSR tires have always dominated the races. In fact, I would say that NSR tires, either Super Grip or Ultra Grip, are the greatest tires of all time. NSR changed things a few years ago when they brought out the Evo compound of Super Grip and Ultra Grip tires. Most racers had a hard time with the new Evo compound to the point that many people started to hoard the original compound. After a while, we figured out how to work with the Evo compound, and in the last couple of years, most of the races that I've attended have been won using the Evo compound tires. However, since the Evo compound was introduced, we've all been looking for that next generation greatest tire. To my knowledge, the person that discovered the SlotIt G25 tire was Ian Douglas. Ian used the G25 tires to win the SlotIt Group C Nationals last July at Electric Dreams. I've been testing the SlotIt G25 compound for the last couple of months and have come to the conclusion that they are the new go-to tire for wood track non-magnet racing. Let's take a look at the SlotIt G25 tire. First of all, what sizes are available? Are they hard to true? Are they exclusive to SlotIt? And most of all, are they really that good? If you look at the SlotIt website, the G25 compound tire is available in 4 sizes. These 4 sizes are designed for standard 32nd scale wheels. Polycar, a sister company of SlotIt, also makes sizes that fit on Formula One wheels. If you take a look at the SlotIt tire chart from their website, quite frankly, it's pretty hard to understand. On the top of the chart, we're going to identify the G25 tires, and it shows that these tires are actually designed for Polycar plastic track. Now let's look at the bottom half of the chart and find those 4 tire sizes. On the left side, you'll find the diameter of the wheel you're going to be mounting the tires to. In this case, I'm going to be using the 15.8 millimeter wheels, which is my standard go-to wheel for GT3 and Group 5. Now follow that line to the right, and you'll see that the tire I've chosen has a finished diameter of 19.6 millimeters on that 15.8 millimeter wheel size. The very bottom of the chart shows the width and diameter of the tire. So I have a 10 millimeter wide tire with an overall finished diameter of 19.6. I'll true these down to about 18.7 for the cars that I'm going to be racing. If you race Revo slot cars, they also have the G25 tire compound option. My guess it's the same compound as the SlotIt, but I've yet to verify that. The Revo Slot G25 tire compound is available for their GT cars as well as their Group 2 sedans. I've been extremely happy with the G25 compound tires that I've used in the last couple of months. In fact, at last week's race at Fast Track Hobbies, I was able to set a new lap record as well as a new fastest lap in the GT3 class. Now let's look at the preparation it takes to going into making a G25 a great race tire. I use both SlotIt and NSR wheels, and they're the 15.8 millimeter and 16 millimeter air style wheels. I'm also using foam inserts. Without the inserts, the tires seem to grab and release and they don't feel smooth on the track. When I've tried to set with inserts, the breakaway was much smoother and much more progressive around the corners. The bottom line is that with the inserts, the lap times were about 0.2 of a second faster. To start the build process, I cleaned the wheels and tires to remove any residual release agent. I then applied a little bit of rubber cement to the inside of the wheel between the 2 ribs. Then I mounted the foam insert. Once the rubber cement had dried, I put the wheel on the tire truer and with the insert and trued it so the insert was just slightly taller than the ribs of the air wheel. Once this was done, I mounted the actual tire over the insert and onto the wheel. That gets us to the truing process for the G25 compound tire. Initially, a lot of people have been having problems with the G25 tire balling up and getting sticky during the truing process. And quite frankly, these are not the easiest tires to true, but I have found a method that works great for me. First, I set my tire truer around 4.5 volts. By the way, I'm not sure if this method will work with a sanding style of tire truer, but it works great for me with a Hootie style with a counter-rotating drum. Here's the actual process.
The process is to let the sanding drum true the tire, then lubricate with alcohol before the tire starts to ball up. The evaporation process will cool the tire and allow you to start over with cutting. To make this easier to see, we've slowed this video down to 50% speed. The sanding drum cuts the tire. We then apply alcohol. You can see the alcohol start to evaporate, as well as hear the changing pitch of the motor. When the alcohol evaporates, the cutting process takes place again. You'll have to repeat this process quite a few times to get the G25 tires down to the correct diameter. But the results are well worth it, and I give the SlotIt G25s a thumbs up, and it's my vote for the best tire ever, until something else comes along. Thanks for watching. This is Jim Rose with NorCal Slot Car Scene.